Hey everybody, David here. Welcome to Coastal Adventures and this stunning day down here on Fingal Beach. This day is perfect. Let's just have a look out to the island. Look at that. The tide's high, conditions are perfect. There's a few surfers in the water and hardly anybody on the beach. So let's go for our little walk. There was a few whales outside this morning, just in between here and the island. So hopefully we can find them again. So let's see if we can find them. A lot of dolphins coming through here at the moment too. So don't forget, please say hi when you get here and let me know where you're from. And let's enjoy this day down here at beautiful Fingal. So straight out there, that's your island, that's Cook Island. That's a kilometre off the beach. So you can see how beautiful this day is, look at that. Just stunning out there today. And if we're lucky, we might see an eagle go over there and get some breakfast. So the eagles fly over there and there's the terns and the seagulls are out there. They nest out there on that island and they go out there and eat them. So it's quite good to watch. When that happens, the whole island erupts with birds as the eagle goes over there and gets one for breakfast, takes it back to the nest, and then goes back over for lunch and one at dinner. So you can see how stunning this day is today down here. Look at that. Nobody around. Just perfect. Hey, T-Line, how are you? Yes, it's starting to warm up here at the moment. Luckily, we've got a bit of a breeze blowing today. Yes, I don't know how we can suffer in this winter all the time. Be good if it stayed like this conditions all the time, because this is just perfect. In a couple of weeks, I'll be walking down here just going, oh my God, I am dying. It is so hot down here. Yes, at the end of this month, spring comes through, but the island's looking pretty good today. There's a few surfers in the water. A little bit of swell out to the side of the island. And if we look back down the beach, like look at that, just perfect. So I'll just spin you around. We'll keep heading up to the headland. We're going to go and find some of those whales that have been hanging around. So we've had a lot of whales coming through, heading south back to Antarctica to start their feeding in the summer. Yes, the waves aren't too bad. So we got the whales heading south, and then we've got pods of dolphins at the moment. A lot of them hanging around too. So we'll head up and have a look at all those. The tide's really high, so it might be a bit of a scramble to get around the front of these rocks. I think I could be getting wet out there, but we should be able to make it. So we've got a couple of fun little waves just here in the shore break. Yeah, I can't see the dolphins at the moment. They're all out there this morning, but we're going to go find them. So they should be at the top. I should be able to see them better at the top anyway, up on top of the headland. Okay, I just found some ocean glass, so I had to stop and get that. So we're just going to head up. We'll head up and around. Hopefully I can get around. Otherwise I might have to go up through the tree line. But we'll make it. Yes, it is Cook Island. So that's Cook just there. I actually took my drone out there the other day and flew around the island, so I'll be putting that in a movie, well, in a live stream. So when we have bad weather, whoops, come on, move. When we have bad weather, I'm going to play that and then talk over the movie, over the, what I shot with the drone. So I'm going to do all the headlands around here. So I'm just walking past some people, so I'll just point you out to sea. People get upset when you video their kids. I would too. All right, coming up to the rocks. Hopefully I can make this. It's a very high tide, guys. And the rocks aren't slippery, that's the main thing. All right, just bear with me. Oop, did a quick work there. So what we've got the waves coming up, we've got all the trees down low, and I'm going to be stuck climbing over and around them. So just bear with me, guys. Change it to my left hand so I can use my strong arm for the balance. Like a kangaroo, I use my right arm instead of my tail for balance. Okay, let's have a look. Yep, you got Cook Island in the shot, so that looks pretty good. Ooh. Hi, from Thailand. Oh no, it's not Thailand. This is Australia, east coast of Australia, at Fingal in New South Wales of Australia. So glad everybody can be here today. I'm just trying to get around these rocks, guys. There's a lot of trees in my way, so I've got to navigate the trees, navigate the incoming swell. So bear with me. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. I apologise for that. I need my fantastic moderator here. He can work with all that. I don't know how he does it. I'm going to have to go under here. Oops. All I need when I get up here is a snake on the rocks. That'll just really just make it all perfect. I was down at Yamba the other day, and that's where they have the tiger snakes. Aggressive little buggers those ones are. Okay, so what we're going to be seeing very shortly when I get up the top, so that's where I'm headed to, guys, up the top here. When I get up the top, we will be seeing dolphins and whales. So just bear with me, only got a little way to go. And the scenery from up the top is pretty spectacular, especially of the island. Just about onto the cliff. Ouch. Just kicked my toe. Oof. Well, swell's a lot bigger on the headland here and up high. Okay, we're out here. This is instead of going up the track, just in case I lose you guys with the internet's not real crash hot on the track. Okay, here we are. So that's looking down into the causeway. Oh, hello Arthur War, how are you? Glad you could join today. So we have a nice big swell. Oh, there's dolphins right there, guys. So let's head up. Bear with me, I'll get straight under these dolphins. Now, come back up. There they are, they're jumping over the back of waves. So just out there between those two waves. Now they are catching a wave now. Yes, where are you, human? There they are, can you see the dolphins? Ah, there they are, they're everywhere. So there's some just between here and the island, there's the island. There they are. So there's the pot of dolphins. So they're all joining up. There've been a few mullet hanging around, so I'd say they're all going in there to feed on the mullet. So yes, there's probably 10 to 15 dolphins there. There's some just to the south and they're moving this way. So they'll probably all join up. I'll just move up a bit higher. And there's hardly anybody on the top of the hill here. Oh, there are 4 people. So where are they? There they are. Hey human, how are you? Good to see you. So they're all congregating together, those dolphins now. There's still a couple coming up from the south. Yeah, if we could just get a couple of whales coming through, that would just make it. Okay, where have the dolphins gone out a bit? There they are. And then the dolphins coming in from the south, they'll all meet up very shortly, guys. Oh wow, maybe send a few seals around here. Only thing is, when we get seals, we also get great whites hanging around. There's a couple of whales outside the island I can see blowing. The dolphins are all meeting up right now. There they all are. There's probably 20 out there now. Hopefully they all catch a wave. That's quite good to watch. So how'd California go today, Human? Did he get some good viewing? All right. And there's a couple of there's a whale just out there. So I might get a seat, get comfy. There's just waving at us at the moment. There it is, right in the middle of the screen. We're at Fingal Beach today, Human. There, that's the whale just there, guys, right in the middle of the screen. Just smashing the water with its fluke. Be nice if it came on the inside here, inside of the island. You'll have to come over to Australia tea time, tea time. Yeah, some good spots around here, but America does too. Where's that whale gone? There it is, just there in the middle. So today we're at Fingal Beach on the far north coast of New South Wales, and we have whales out in the middle. Oh, why is its focus gone? And we've got all those dolphins. I'll just swing back around to the dolphins. Where are they? There they are. There's that pod of dolphins. So they're just congregating out the front, having a good time. So can you see those? Humpback. Thank you. Got a few nice little waves cracking through here. So we got some. Let's have a look at these surfers out here too, guys. I don't know why they're all wearing steamers. It's so hot here today. One of them's got a helmet on, so I'd say they're brand new to surfing. So we got about 6 or 7 people in the water here on 3 kilometres of beach. Here come some more dolphins coming in from the north. Well, we'll soon, just a second, I'll zoom you out a bit. We'll soon have about 40 dolphins all joining up together. So that pod's still straight out the front of the headland here. And there's another pod moving up from the south, and there's the waves breaking over the keyhole here. So yeah, the beach is just stunning today. The whales are starting to catch waves. Let's just turn around, watch that. So just behind that, There they are in that wave there. Ooh. All right, we've got some big waves coming in and it's putting up some very nice backwash. So let's have a look at this. Right in the middle of the screen there. I'll zoom out a little bit so we get more wider angle. And there's a couple of whales down near Kingy I can see. So we've got whales everywhere at the moment. Okay, let's wait for this backwash. That was really impressive when it came through. So here's the set. That'll hit the rock hard, then it'll run back out to sea hard, and then it'll hit the next wave and hit it, make a backwash. So let's just watch this. Okay, the wave's just hitting the cliff now. It's now running back out to sea. Come on, come on. And just down in the background, there we have it, that's Kingscliff and Coogin. So I've done a few live streams from down there. Beautiful area around there, a little bit more populated than Fingal, as you can see by all the houses. And that's about 7 kilometres away, or around about 5 miles for you guys. So there's the dolphins out there having a play. There's a lot there now. There's still more moving in from the north. So when they join up, it should be like a super pod. The way our dolphins are moving into wave territory. Let's see if we can get one surfing. Well, you're welcome, Vanessa. Okay, see them in this wave? Because our population's so small, human. I think we have 25 million or 27 million for the whole country. You have over 100 million just in Los Angeles, I believe. So that's what the difference is. And we've only got 25 million to feed. One person has an area of 2 square kilometres in Australia. So yeah. Okay, the dolphins are coming in nice and close now. Can you see them? Yes, it is. So Vanessa, 8:42. You can watch this and then just slowly go to sleep, watching the ocean. Come on, dolphins, catch a wave. So there's, just in here, there's probably 10 to 15 between us and the island. There's another 10 or 15 out there. And then coming in from the north, there's probably another 7 or 8. So these dolphins are being very lazy. None of them are surfing. They might have just had a feed and don't really want to do anything strenuous. So they're just like us, just want to have a sleep after a big feed. I'll just move up higher, just a second. and I'll refocus back for you. Okay, there they are in the middle of the screen. They are just letting the waves. They're just letting the waves roll through. Okay, two are broken out. I believe, if you can believe what you read, but the males force one single female away, and then they all have their way with her. And then they all return to the pod. Yes, Sam, welcome to the stream, as Human said. Thank you everybody for joining us today. Sorry for not welcoming you. I'm just here trying to get the best pictures for you. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's get the island in the shot as well. Island, front rock, and not quite the cliff. That's looking pretty good. Okay, we might get a bit of backwash action here, so let's just zoom in a little bit here. Okay, come on. Ah, it's making a fool out of me. I'll zoom back out, guys. All right. Very rare bird, this one. It's called the seagullus, bugallus. Loves chips. Thank you, Human. So after that, I might take you around and show you Mount Warning. So let's go for a walk, guys. We're just going to walk up here onto the track. Last time I went around here, I nearly stood on the brown snake, so hopefully I stop looking at the screen and watch my footing and don't nearly stand on a brown snake. Only the second deadliest snake in the world. Okay, let's zoom you out a little bit. There we go. How are you? All right, so this is the track. So the local Aboriginals, they had this track built because people were coming up onto the headland and walking wherever they wanted and ruining the headland, making it a road. So they built this. We have a little rock platform here so you can sit and watch the whales cruise past. How's it going? Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we're back on the track. Let's go. Yes, I will be. So don't pick the flowers. So they've made that and there's not one plant in there. Don't know what happened there. But there's the lady working up there now. So she's actually from June Care and they come and do all the work up on the headland and around Fingal to keep it as beautiful as it is. So this is what they're trying to protect. So that flower there. So once you pick it, apparently the plant dies. Look at all these over here. So there's a couple just here. So quite a beautiful little flower, this one. But just off to my left, look at this. This whole area is just all of the flowers. So it's good, it's coming back to a bit of nature. All right, let's go and have a look at Mount Warning. I can also show you how big the mountain system was of the caldera. All right, we're just coming through. How's that? Looks. Yes, the pandanus, breadfruit tree. Quite a stunning looking plant. My mate's got one in his house and he said it's the worst tree to have around your house because they just drop these fronds all day. And he said you can pick up 40 or 50 of those a day and they've all got spikes on them. So if I just grab one, don't know if you can see the thorns on the edge of them. But yeah, let's see if I can find a better one. This one right here. So, see the thorns? And they hurt too. Don't know if I can get that to focus. Come on. Anyway. Thorns all over them. And that, everybody, is Mount Warning. So that is the plug of the volcano that formed all of this. I think, what was it? Cliff, how are you? I think, what did they say, 24 or 34 million years ago? And yes, Cliff, I have actual facts on that. I was actually here for when it happened. And if you look out, yeah, it's great. It's a great smell. And Cliff O'James is actually the person who has the pandanus at his place and hates picking up pandanus leaves. So all that blue right out there, the mountains, that is the Mount Warning caldera. So that was how big that that's how big that volcano was. And Mount Warning, just, where are we? Just there. That's actually the plug. And that runs all the way around the other side. So I'll be able to yes. Let's just zoom out a bit so you can have a look. Oh, did you make any bread out of the breadfruit, Cliff? So that's a pandanus. Looks like it could be from Mexico or somewhere in the Badlands of America. But on the coastal setting, it's quite an attractive tree, and the smell in spring and winter is just stunning. Oh, you've got to make some bread out of it. Cliff. All right. So if you weren't here last time, I walked down to that dead pandanus that's directly in front of us there. And as I come past that rock, that's where a brown snake was sitting, and I just about stood on it. Can you climb Mount Warning? Of course you can climb Mount Warning, Cliff. But the local Aboriginal Lands Council has closed it at the moment. So they don't want anybody going up there. So I haven't been up there for a while. I don't know if the knees would go too well coming down it, so I haven't been up. Once again, thank you everybody for joining. Hope you're enjoying it. And the flying ants are out at the moment, so spring's here, and they are moving to a new nesting site. So all the ants grow wings and then fly off. So you actually see early in the morning there might be 200 to 300 seagulls, and they will be up eating the ants when they're flying. At first I thought it was a what's his name? The producer that did The Birds, a scary movie back in the 60s, and he always showed himself in every movie. Yes, you can photograph it, Cliff. What's his name? But I thought it was The Birds. There was just seagulls doing something totally, well, I thought it was not natural, but apparently it is. That's how they get their food. But they were eating all the ants on the wing. How are you? So there's the Fingal Lighthouse. And yes, tea lime. Apparently the Aboriginals used to make bread out of it. They call it the breadfruit tree. Look at that. Just perfect out here today. Did you surf today, Cliff? So look at all the, I'll just walk up here. Look at all the fruit on there. They're just everywhere. Fruit. Ah, that's good. Fingal's not real good at the moment. The sand's moved back out to sea. But they're starting to move in a bit, starting to get a few waves. Another one of these plants. Hitchcock, that's him. Thank you, T-Lime. So I thought it was a version of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, with all those seagulls flying in the middle of the beach in circles. Looked very spooky. So this is something that I've shown before, but if you have a look at all the rocks up on the top of the headland, it's all this. That's all lava. And then you come over and the rocks over the edge are all hexagonal. Look at that. Weird. Thank you, Cliff. Probably don't know more. I just listen to people. The local Aboriginals here at Fingal, they do informative talks all the time, and it'd be good if I could actually live stream one of those talks one day. That'd be good. But you can see all those rocks down there. Oh, a lot of spray coming up over. All hexagonal. And the rocks out on the island. Are you talking about the island, T-Line? The rock isn't protected, but the Aboriginals don't want you out there because up on the top of the island is where they had their men's business. And around the island, you can see just over here, I'll zoom in on them. So that buoy there, they run around the island, and that's a 500 metres around the island, which is a no fish zone. Sorry, you can dive in there, but you can't fish in there. But some people will tie off to those buoys and then throw a line in as far as they can. There's that much fish around. I don't know why they have to go on a protected area, but the mentality of some people. So I haven't seen any whales coming in too close, but there's a boat stopped just out there. So let's walk over that way. Let's say that's where the whale is sitting that we saw before. So we got dive boats and they go out there and free dive or on mask and snorkel with the turtles out at this island. So sometimes, let's zoom in on them. So that's probably where that boat is stopped, where that whale is. And this boat coming through here very quickly, we'll just follow him. Just come past Pandanus in a minute. There it is there. So that boat there is, whoops, sorry. That's the shark boat. So when a shark gets caught in a shark baited hook, sorry, yeah, they have to go down there and get the shark off the hook and tow it out to sea. Before they take it out to sea, they will tag it, and those buoys I've shown you before. So I don't know how far he's going, but that's his job. Oh, wild dolphin's just in front of him. He had to get out of the way pretty quick. But yes, somewhere a shark has been caught on a hook. So they tag the sharks, drag it out to sea, and if it comes back in and goes around one of those buoys, it pings, and then that comes up on an app, so it shows where that shark is moving, and it's also got a GPS tracker. So I actually applied for a job sorry about that, following the migration of the southern right whales. So that was, they've tagged these southern right whales, and they spend most of their time over at the bottom of New Zealand in the cold waters, and then they come over to the Great Australian Bight, which is down the very south of Australia, and they wanted to know if any of them come up north, so I put in for a job to follow them, or on the GPS trackers. So I actually follow them on the internet. Quite interesting watching where they go and how far they'll move in 24 hours. All right, let's look back out to the island. So there's one dive boat out there. No, they don't kill the sharks, T-line. They tag them, GPS tracker, take them out to sea and release them. Oh, there's the whale. There it is there. Where's its fluke? There. There it is, waving to us. So it's just outside the island. The sharks are actually protected. So the great white sharks here, it's an offence to kill them. Yes. Correct. T-line. TT. TT for short, how about that? Oh, sorry about that, just took a seat. Let's try and find it again. There it is. Nice to move in a little bit closer for us. Yesterday there was some, the wind was really blowing hard yesterday from the northwest, and the whales were doing a lot of jumping yesterday. I'm getting wet here, I'll move a bit, guys. There we go. Let's move up here. We'll go and have a look down in the middle of the Keyhole Causeway again. So this is the track that they've made. They did a fantastic job. It's amazing how many of the pandanus have been uprooted in our last big storms we've had here. Yeah, it's good they don't kill the sharks. They're actually living where they're supposed to. And in, I think it's South Africa, the killer whales have come over and killed all the great whites, and they've only just eaten their livers. And because they've killed all the apex predators, now the predator that was just underneath them has flourished, so there's nothing to eat them anymore. So I think they have squid problems. So there's that many squid in the water that nothing else is growing anymore. So that's what happens when well, that's natural, but I'm sure man had something to do with it somewhere along the line. Oh, the swell's really kicking now. Oh, was it? Oh, there's a lot of spray coming through here. Yeah. So you can look back down the headland there, how many pandanus trees there are, the whole headland here. Oh, and something I can show you is an Aboriginal midden. So this is where the Aboriginals would eat all their shellfish, the pippies, any shellfish they could find, and they'd throw them all into a pile. So just up here is the midden. Yeah, so just down there is the midden. Yeah, so that's all the Aboriginal midden through here. Yes, that's true, TT. Yeah, you only need one thing to upset it. Like, look at that view. Just stunning. There's a pandanus up close. And you can see on the leaves down there, all the spikes, all the thorns on. Here's a better view. Just there, very serrated. So they give you a bit of a hurry up. And the plants down there. Okay. There was a few people out here. I just moved away from them for a bit. Let's see if we can find that whale again. I don't think anybody works anymore. It's 10 past 11, sorry. And there's people everywhere. So look at that view. That's true. That's why I was a bit worried about that little one I saw. Well, there's four whales just out there. I saw them all blow at the same time a bit. They're not doing anything, just breathing at the moment. But luckily with the brown snake, they do what's called a dry bite. So their fangs are primed first. So when they bite you, it's actually a non-venomous bite. We had to actually go and get a lady. She was down at Brunswick Heads and she was just sunbaking on the beach. A brown snake come over a tower. She's tried to kick it away. It's bitten her. We've got a helicopter come in. I had to go and pick her up off the beach and take her to the helicopter. And yeah, they did everything. They monitored her, and then they found out it was just a dry bite, which was very lucky for her, because they pump a lot of what's it called? Toxin, venom, and they envenomate you with their bite. Yeah, come on over. I'll do a trip for everybody. Land at Coolangatta, and then we'll head off. Make sure you come in winter, because I definitely don't want to be staying out in the sun too much in summer. It's very hot and humid here. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's have a look at the waves hitting this front rock. So the waves really have kicked here. They are TT. And they're really smashing into the front edge there. As soon as I say that, they'll stop, but they were just smashing into it. Yes, they when they get on their back tails, they'll kick you with that big middle toe. Remember I showed you that big middle toe when I was down in Harrington? And that's how the males fight. They try and disembowel each other. The hottest place I've been to was out west, and that got to 42 degrees. But luckily there's no humidity out there, so it's very dry heat. But that dry heat really engulfs you. And then on the coast here, get up to around 36 degrees, and the humidity's nearly 80, 90, 100% sometimes. You can be sitting in your house just eating dinner or breakfast and the sweat will be dripping off you. Not very comfortable at all. Yeah, TT, the male red kangaroos, they can get up, as you know, around the 6-7 foot mark when they stand straight up. Must be a bit like a ooh. Yes, it is. Hey, Caden, how are you? Glad you could join us today. At the moment, we are looking down at Fingal Beach, or Fingal Heads, on the far north coast of New South Wales. Yeah, it's not very pleasant. It's I only know one guy I work with that likes it that hot. The rest of us will spend our whole time just sitting in the air conditioning because it is not much fun. So we'll just look up to the Gold Coast. So as I said before, difference between New South Wales and the Gold Coast, or the far north coast of New South Wales and the Gold Coast, is the high rise. So every one of those high rises is in Queensland on the Gold Coast. And all the bush in front of it is all New South Wales. So there is a lot of high rise up there. And we're happy it's up there. Well, that's not very nice. Love, Cherry LSP, how are you? Yes, it is beautiful, thank you. We're at Fingal Beach today, so the waves are really cracking through the keyhole here. What's really good when you go and sit down on this side, and sometimes I take my water camera there and I just video those waves breaking over the top. Looks quite good. Oh, give it away, human. That's good, love. Need to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow the winter. Head over to New Zealand in their summer, where it stays nice and cool. You still got a little bit of snow and ice on the mountains, and doesn't get much over 15 degrees, which is just well, what's this, Caden? This will make up for it. So let me just show you the ocean and the guys out there surfing at the moment. Look at that. Beautiful conditions. But the UK is so small, they just get a storm coming through from America, and it just keeps going straight over the top of there. Doesn't stop. No, human, I would not like that at all. So that was, wow, look at this. There is a lot of water coming through here today. Was it high humidity as well, human? That's the bit that kills you. Good. We didn't want to leave India out of our heat rise. Why should we be the only ones copping it? Oh, these ants are everywhere. So I think just out there, that's the shark boat heading home. So that shark that was just caught in a baited hook wasn't that far away. So a few little fun waves there. If I'm not pointing the camera at the waves, can you still hear them, people? Please let me know. Otherwise, I'll go back down there. We might go down a bit. And I think, was it Vanessa? She was watching it and trying to lull herself to sleep after a hectic day at work. So we might go and do that for you. Woohoo! Look at that. It's not too late, TT, to be a marine biologist. You only have to say it. Remember George Costanza? Wow, that's a lot of water, Cheryl. Oh, my God, there was that one. This swell really is starting to kick, everyone. Tide's high too, that's what's helping it. Might go down a bit and shoot up at it. All right, hopefully I'm safe here. So I'll just zoom out a bit for you, that's it. I hope you lived on stilts and the water just went through the house, Cheryl. Okay, let's wait for these waves to crack through. You're welcome. Don't forget, everybody, if you're enjoying this, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll be doing 3 to 4 live streams every week from some beautiful beach or position in Australia. Are you talking about Australia with their nets, TT? If so, yes, we have shark nets on the Gold Coast. Wow, but that doesn't, what happens is the nets only go for 200 metres, so the sharks can go over the net, under the net, around the net, so good, Cheryl. So the nets are there just to deter them, but there is a big push to get rid of the nets because they also catch the whales, and then SeaWorld has to go out and either clear them or hopefully they haven't drowned in them, because if your juvenile gets caught in there, usually the weight of the net will drag them down and drown them, which is very sad. Let's try and get the island in the shot as well. There we go. Let's get down a little bit lower. Try and get the best view for you. There we go. That should, see if we can cover the island. Apocalyptic dog. Why don't they have boys that play killer whale sounds since sharks fear them? That might be something to bring up. You might be able to make your fortune. That's a good idea. These rocks are red hot. Yeah. We should, they really are hot. The black lava is really absorbing the heat. Yes. What type of trains? Diesel and electric, is that what you mean? I'm just chilling, just showing you the sights of where I live. Mr. Dog, hoping you're enjoying them. See how close I can get without getting too wet, people. Okay, so the wet rocks are right in front of me. So I don't fish in New South Wales because they make you pay for a licence, and I refuse to buy a licence. Yes, it is a lovely dog. That's just me and my stubborn ways. Why should I have to pay to fish? And how can the New South Wales government tell you you have to pay? Ridiculous. Come on, where are these big waves? No, not slippery here. The rocks have too much heat on them. So, and there hardly gets water up here at all, only in the big swells, so we don't get any moss up here. Oh, well, welcome, James. So glad you could make it. And where are you tuning in from, sir? Woohoo, how's that one? You can feel the rocks shake, the waves are hitting that hard. Ah, southwest, okay. Southwest, down around Land's End, that way. What's the other one? Starts with T. Come on, brain. Somerset. Oh, lovely. Do you get over to Wales? That looks so beautiful over there in Wales. I like watching the show Doc Martin. It's a stunning coastline there. All right, there's the front rock, and there's the island in the background. Oh, nice. Do you surf over there? Looks like it gets some good surf. Woohoo! Oh, what's this one? And there's a lot of water draining off these rocks. Have a look at that. I don't know where to look. Now I'm getting wet, so I might head back up a bit. Stand by, moving upwards. The dolphins moved off fairly quick when they were just hanging off the front here. Ah, that's nice. I got a bit of breeze now. Whew. It was stifling hot over the edge there, and no breeze. It was supposed to blow northwest today, but it's blowing from the south. All right. back on my little seat. Oh, I'll try and come in a little bit earlier, TT, if you want. I was just actually sitting at home waiting till 10 o'clock so I could start. So I could easily start at 8 o'clock if that's better for you. 8 o'clock would be your 6 o'clock on the, must be the west coast. Yeah, they're 14 hours behind, I think. So I'll just keep you looking out that way and I'll see if I can see any whales or dolphins. Oh, 6:30. 9:30 a.m. here. 2 hours behind. So where are you, Cheryl? 2 hours, that'd be around Bali. Western Australia, somewhere around there. Singapore, oh lovely. Yeah, I think what's best is if I just do the normal time and then it always gets uploaded and you can watch it. It won't be live, you won't be able to interact, but hello. Oh, how are you, sir? How's your days off? Yes, welcome everybody to the stream. Good to see you, Paddy. Are you over in Ireland at the moment? Okay. Can't see any whales, can't see any dolphins. There were about 30 dolphins, maybe 40 dolphins out there before. Of course, they've all gone. Ah, Broad Beach, okay. Hope I don't see you tonight. If you're wondering, I work with Paddy. He works at a different position to me. All right, let's look down the coast. So we'll have a look down to, there's all these kids sitting on the rocks in jumpers and long pants. Oh my God. They must be cooking. That's looking down to Kingscliff. So that's looking down to Kingscliff. I've done a few live streams from down there. I don't want to get those kids in the shot, so I'll zoom back out and we'll just look out here. You see how nobody responded, Watto? They knew who the superior one is. Truly is a stunning day here today. Look at that. Yeah, the fishing's good here, James. They've been getting a lot of tailor off the front here. You get some salmon. Brim, and then along the beach you get a lot of brim, whiting, flathead, tailor, mullet. Thank you, Cheryl. 33. Just a baby human. Yeah, the tail will be moving on shortly. I only like the winner. Ooh, it's getting hot up here. I'll have to wear a hat tomorrow. So there's a few people down there enjoying the beach today. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people surfing just in front of us right here. And then another 4 or 5 down the beach, and then one right down the beach all by themselves. So they're having a bit of fun out there. Oh, do they? Yeah, we see a lot of the juvenile whiting hanging around the beach here. That's what's good to look at. Plane just taking off. We have, that's Point Danger down there. That's the south wall of the Tweed River. And the other thing, the big other structure is the sand pumping jetty, which bypasses the sand that gets caught behind the south wall and sends the sand on its way north by pumping it over the under the river and dropping it out the other side of Duranbar. Ooh, it'd be good if the temperature drop about 10 degrees. The new 35, so you two might be nearly brothers then if you're both the same age. So what's the 33 then, human? Is that the new 18? Ah. Yes, well, you wait and see how harsh the light gets in a couple of months, TT. I think I'll have to buy some sunglasses for the camera, for the lens on my phone, because it's going to be very bright, very glary. Well, I can't believe all these people are out there surfing in wetsuits, full-length wetsuits. They're very soft here around the Gold Coast area. Well, everybody, I'm going to move from here. I'm going to get down the, I'll keep you looking out that way. I'm going to go down the track and then I'm going to come back out on the beach. So stand by, that should take me about 3 to 4 minutes to get down there. Once we get down there, it will be a fantastic view off the beach.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you going?
Yeah, real good.
Good.
Bit warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wish it had cooled down.
Yeah.
Okay, up the track we go. Oh, spewing about that, James. Just go and do an overtime at work and make it back, mate. Oh, how's that colour? Stunning, stunning, stunning. There's the lighthouse up there. People at the lighthouse. Okay, let's make our way down. hopefully I don't lose you. If I lose you, then thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if I don't lose you, we'll pop out at the beach in about 1 minute. So stand by, everybody. Still got 2 bars of 5G, so fingers crossed. I think I've done this a few times, so I don't think I've dropped out before. Look at the canopy we're walking through there. This is probably 5 to 6 degrees cooler just coming in this canopy. Okay, we're just popping out here. Okay, we're out of the canopy. Instant heat again. Blech. I hope I'm not going to whinge about the heat for the next 6 months for you people. You'll get pretty sick of that, hearing me whinge. I might get a waterproof housing for my camera and I'll do all my live streams in the water. Now that would be fun. I don't know how the microphone would go though. I don't think that would pick up. But if I could stand out in the water, watch them surfing, swim along, see the dolphins up close. Okay, we've still got 3 or 4 bar. So we have shitloads. Okay, we're down. I'll just make it through this last pandanus tree in front of us. Come across a couple of rocks and we are back on the beach. Okay, here we are. All right, didn't lose you. How good's that? Okay, so there's Cook Island from the beach. That island is a kilometre offshore. Hey girls, how are you? I've actually had to go and rescue 7 backpackers that tried to swim across there with a pool noodle one day. They started on South Beach and they ended up on the rocks at the front. They were cut to shreds. Bilby, how are you? Because they were backpackers, they also didn't have any insurance, so they told the ambulance to go away. And they just walked up the beach, trailing a lot of blood. And as Human just said, welcome to the stream, everybody. So glad you could all make it. So, the beach really is getting busy today. Up in the corner here, there must be 40 people. This morning I was the only person on the beach and the sunrise was just stunning. Yeah, it is. It's amazing, and I'm happy to do this nearly every day, TT. Yeah, you know what backpackers are like. Big yields, do it as cheap as possible. Talk about the adventure or complain about the Australian government for charging them and their mum and dad have to come and pay for it. That's the headland where we were just standing, right up the top there. Not too cold, no, it must be up around 25 degrees at the moment. It's disgusting. And it's only going to get hotter. Got a lot of rocks in the water. So all these rocks have come from the volcano as well, the ones just in the shore break here. And they get covered and uncovered with the, is the water warm? Yes, very warm. They get covered and uncovered with the movement of the sand. So all those rocks that I walked over when I walked up to the headland is all over this beach as well. We call them the marbles. So that's one of the rocks. You can see them all. So all this sand here that I'm standing on is going to move north and end up in that hole right there, and that's how the beach here works. So you get a hole, the sand from the south moves north and fills it, and that's how you get the natural movement of sand. I don't know, big girls. Depends if you want to go snow skiing or not, or snowboarding. And we hardly get any snow. I just had a holiday over in Japan for winter, and we think you get 1 metre base. You get a lot of snow. They had an 8 metre base. They had to get machines in at one of the ski resorts to clear around the gondola line, because the snow had gone over the top of all the gondola poles and cables. So a machine had to come in, remove all that snow. So that was over, yes, Australian winter is our perfect summer here too. Big Hill, does that get a lot of snow as well? I've never been up that way, but I know I've never seen as much snow as there was at Japan, and it would just dump every night. If my knees were a bit better, I'd probably come up there and have a ski over there. Okay, we've moved away from the people now, so I can... There's the island out there. I'm sure I would. Think of the live stream I could do from up there, human and Big Guilds. The Aussies would love to see that, because we have nothing like that here. But in a couple of weeks, I think it's 4 weeks, I'm going to New Zealand, to Queenstown, and that's the most beautiful place I've seen. I'm sure it would be, Guilds. I'll have to talk my wife into it. Come on over. I might wait for 3.5 more years though, for the world to settle down a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to live stream from Queenstown, so that stays tuned for that one. That will be beautiful. So hopefully I have enough internet over there. Well, that sounds nice, human. Maybe a bit of internet so you can still be my fantastic moderator. Maybe see Elon and just get a Starlink. You're right, Bilby. If you've ever welded, I used to surf in Indonesia every year, and you'd get sunburnt eyeballs, and you would have to have a cold compress on your eyes before you could try and go to sleep. It was bad. It was like a welding flash. You know, when you start welding and you haven't got your welding helmet down, that's what it's like. That's how much it sunburnt your eyes. Yeah. Maybe you need to be what's that show that they had where they were stranded and had to survive? and just watch the hardships. I just listened to one guy that did it. He was up there, I think he did 6 years, and just how hard it was for him. Everything was frozen all the time. He had bears and wolves trying to kill him, attack him, like coming right up to his house. It was quite an interesting podcast that he was doing. All right, let's head up the beach a little bit further. So this is the hole I was telling you about, and you can see just there, all that whitewash there, that's showing shallow sand, and all here, it's just a big hole, and all that sand just here will move north and fill that in, and that's how the sand moves north along the east coast of Australia. So just here, you can see the marbles. So all out in front of me is all rock. Where is it? Where is it? That's all rock in front of us just there. Here we go, you'll see it in a second. There they are, those black things. They're the rocks, and that rocks. Those rocks go for about 300 metres. No, because it'll get covered over very quickly with that sand. So those rocks can be covered over for a year at a time sometimes. So yeah, we don't get any plants on them. It'll just be where we're standing now. All this beach here is all rocks, is all those marbles. So that's how much sand's got caught here. Okay guys, everybody, thank you for joining my live stream today. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. Welcome to everybody that's new. A big thank you and welcome to everybody that's showing up again and again and again. And a very big thank you for Human being the fantastic moderator that he is. He goes from one live stream to the next. What a great guy. Hello Linda, how are you? And bye, goodbye Linda. Sorry you had to go so quick. You're welcome, Cheryl. I'll have to come out for a visit to Singapore one day. I've only been to Singapore once. I stayed there overnight when I flew Brisbane, Singapore, Munich. So we're only there overnight. We went to the Singapore Zoo, had a Long Island iced tea. Oh, I'm glad you found me again, Linda. If you subscribe, then I'm sure it'll come up in your feed every time I come back on. Yeah, I don't know. I've tried to find people on lives and verticals and have no luck. Oh, that's good, Linda. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how it happens. What I can do is put on a where I tell you when I'm going to do my next live stream, and then you can work out the time difference and know what time to come on. But tomorrow I'll be on at between 10 and 11. Let's make it I work tomorrow. I work all night tonight, so maybe 10 o'clock tomorrow I'll come back on. So, okay, big girls, thank you. I will be back at 10 o'clock tomorrow, east coast of Australia time. So if you can work on what your difference is, and that's what time you'll find me tomorrow. So I will try and I'll find a different beach tomorrow. I might actually go down to Hastings Point tomorrow. It should be beautiful down there. There should be a few... Hey Paul, how are you? Glad you could join us. See you, TT. Ma, how are you? G'day. G'day to you, sir. Yeah, so work out, 10 o'clock tomorrow, I'll come from Hastings Point. And I'll put it in the community as well. No, Fingal's got a lighthouse, Byron Bay's got a lighthouse, and I also did Yamba the other day, it's got a lighthouse. I don't know if you know, but I love lighthouses. My wife and I actually stay in lighthouses for holidays. So we stay in the lighthouse keepers' lodges. It's fantastic. All the lighthouses now are owned by the national parks. So you get on the national parks and you, once you get onto the national parks, then you can book to stay in their lighthouse cabins. It's not cheap, but it definitely is an experience. Byron, well, all of them are fantastic because at 5 o'clock they shut the lighthouse down and everybody has to leave, and you're the only people that are there. Just me and the wife having a picnic. We're down at, what's it called? It's the most southern one in Australia. Can't think of the name now, but that's where the Southern Ocean, the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean all meet. And that's where all the sea life is, because well, that's the causeway there, right there, Paul. No, they're not spooky. So that's the Giant's Causeway. Well, I was just up there for the last 98 minutes, hour and a half. And there's Cook Island out there. Where are you? There they are. There it is. Yes, Ma. You've got to come. Australia, New Zealand. What I should do is do where everybody comes over and I take you on a tour of my little bit of paradise just here. Because I guarantee you won't be disappointed how beautiful this is around here. You'll have to watch it. Oh, excuse me. You'll have to watch this once it's uploaded, Paul. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Cheryl. Did anybody watch that Falcon rocket take off yesterday with Elon Musk? How fantastic was that? And it dropped 8 pretend satellites into space. That is unbelievable. I watched that for the whole hour and a half through dinner, much to my wife's disgust. Yes, once I got through that 40-second mark, I thought, here we go. We're going to take off. And to see how fast that thing took off and how fast it was going. I think it was like 26,000 kilometres an hour. Just amazing. And then when it re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, all that plasma What's... Oh, they are unbelievable. I don't understand, Paul. What's Max Eigen? Yes. Has he settled down now that he's not an enforcer? But yeah, that was... It would be good to have that sort of money and just put that... At least he's not just keeping it for himself and telling on how rich he is. He's actually doing something beneficial for the whole world. He might be self-promoting himself, but he's also a businessman. Elon Musk is Australian. I don't think so. If he was, we would have claimed him a long time ago. We claim everybody that's not Australian. We claim Crowded House, New Zealand, the actor. Oh, I've gone blank. Yes, thank you. Who is the actor? Russell Crowe. He's New Zealand. We've claimed him. The Lamington, apparently that came from New Zealand. We've claimed it. Far Lap was an New Zealand horse. We claimed it. So yeah, this water is beautiful. I'm just standing in the water, cooling down. Mel Gibson was American, really. But he was so Aussie in Mad Max. He's like an icon. He's an Australian icon, but now he lives over there. Oh, that's very funny. Macro hard, Microsoft. That is funny. Let's look. So there's the island. Just a second. There's the island. I'll just... yes. I'm a water baby too, Ma. I spend 90% of my time in the water. Just love it. So there's Fingal Headland, and there's the Devil's Causeway that you're talking about, Paul. I'll just go a bit more north up the beach and see if I can get the whole thing in one shot. Wow. Well, I've just changed my mind about Mel. Coming over here acting as though you're Aussie. What age did he move to Australia, do you know? Because if he was only born in America and then moved to Australia, then he can be claimed as an Aussie. So there's the island, there's the headland. Looks like I'm going to have to go a little bit further north. I'll get the island in the shot for you guys. You've got to do it more often. Hey, look, there's some F-18s. There we go. There's the Australian Air Force going straight past. Two planes. It's either an 18 or a 35. And they are only a couple of kilometres off the beach and you cannot hear them. Silent assassins. And they're going to go around the headland of the Gold Coast. There we go, there's the first one. And the second one's coming into shot now. There it goes, and now we can hear it. And they're already 5 kilometres away, wow. I should have been down at Evans Head today. They would have been at Evans doing bombing runs down there. Okay, there's the island. There's the headland. There we go. We've got it all in the one shot. Yes, we're lovers. We don't want to rule the world or anything. We just want to be left alone like most people in the world do and just enjoy life. Just come to the beach every day. What can be more peaceful than this? So I was actually down here this morning before the sun come up. The sun's coming up just to the left of the island, and it was the most beautiful sunrise this morning, the orange glow. Yes, TT, very polite. And just there is a dive boat. You see it? Is that it there? Yep, I think that's it there. Yep, there it is. So that has been diving with, out on that island we have wobbegong sharks, which are also called carpet sharks. And we have loggerhead turtles out there. Oh, why is that? Is that because he keeps hitting everybody? That's because he's American then. He's not a true Australian. Okay, let's... Oh, what happened? I must be zoomed in. There we go. Island headland. So you can see how far that is, and 7 backpackers were trying to swim across there on one pool noodle. Yeah, nah. That was never going to happen. And they have all of Surf Life Saving New South Wales out trying to help them. And then they said they didn't want any help and just walked off. All right, we might go for a little bit further walk up that beach, eh? That sun's definitely getting hot. You won't see defence aircraft on flight radar, human. They don't show up at all. So all commercial airplanes in Australia, they work on CASA, Civil Aviation Safety Authority, and the defence works on DASA, Defence Aviation Safety Authority, so they will not show up at all. You can't hear their word back. You can't hear anything. There we go. There's the island. There's the headland. Yes, it is beautiful, Ma. And if we look back this way, you can actually see the hole where all that sand is up in the corner is going to move into and fill that hole up. All right, guys, make the most of it. In 10 minutes, I'll be on for 2 hours, and that'll do me, 120 minutes. So, what we got? Oh, really? No, we don't see any of our military aircraft on flight radar. So as I was saying, yes, in 10 minutes, that'll be 2 hours, so that's when I'll call it a day. It's now 10 past 12 here in Australia. I've got to go home, have some lunch, and have a bit of a quiet time, and then I'll get ready to go to work tonight. I've got a 14-hour night shift tonight, so hopefully it's nice and quiet. But once again, thank you everybody for joining in. Thank you if you liked and subscribed. Thank you for even if you've been here, even if you didn't like and subscribe. This is fantastic, everybody showing up today. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I'll be down at Hastings Point, and we will be looking for whales. That's where we should be seeing a lot of whales tomorrow. Thank you, human, the best moderator on earth. Going straight from California to Australia to moderate 2 different countries. Thank you very much. Still got 9 minutes. Don't go away yet. So I might just, let's zoom in on the island from right on water level. Looks quite impressive. Ah, very nice. All right, everybody. How long? 7.5 minutes. Let's zoom around to the headland again. And that's where we're just watching all the waves come through, right in that crack between the 2 rocks. The waves seem to have really dropped down. I'm actually going to go for a swim before I go home. Otherwise I'll kick myself. No, Paul, no snakes today. I did go to the that fateful spot, but the snakes did not show up, luckily. Get a bit more in there. There we go. All right, people. Thank you very much. And I will see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow from Hastings Point. Bye, everybody, and see you.